Hello everyone, this is the Great Pumpkin speaking and welcome to this new PvP video of Dragonfable. So, recently jammydean geway has actually issued me a PvP challenge using mostly calendar classes as well as a number of difficulty tiers such as it is. I had a look at it, and from what I'm understanding, it seems that we'll be falling somewhere along the third tier, which involves us basically facing off against a series of 5 characters with a number of rules that you'll find detailed in this video description. So we'll be starting off here against Corruption, using the Evolved Dragon Lord with the Dragon's Rage artifact. Now then. First off, we can see that we are starting off against Corruption, who has stats, surprisingly not with maximum all resist, which was actually what I expected. That is mighty strange. Anyhow, if we're looking at stats, he's using maxed intelligence as well as some luck and endurance, but not maxed, surprisingly as well. So he's got the baby chimera, which means that some of our damage is actually gonna be lowered for a while. I don't really know a lot about the Chronocorruptor. I actually had to look up what some of those class did because I had no idea. But basically it seems to be mostly a critical class, not unlike the Avatar of Time, despite the fact that it's got a bit of blind. So we're also using the baby chimera here and the Rage Dragon Lord, as I mentioned earlier. So from what I'm seeing, there's not a whole lot I can do in the first turns. So I have two choices that I can make here. I can either go with Light Dragon Spirit or Fire Dragon Spirit, or I could use Frost and hope to reduce his immobility resistance. He doesn't have a lot of it, so that's not really an issue. Our main use against critical is to actually lower the damage taken, as well as other such things. It's a little dangerous, but I think I'm gonna go straight into attack with Light Dragon Spirit. Not that bad. I'm also at a bit of a disadvantage given that I'm only level 87, given that all of his are actually level 90. I'm way behind on these actually. I was actually expecting for us to be already in the Friday the 13th war today, but as it turns out, well, it hasn't been released quite yet. Okay, so we've got that. We took some damage, but that's not a really big deal. How is his defense looking? Okay, it's down. We can go ahead and use a shield bash. And he somehow resisted it. Oh well, that's no good. Especially with that cannon showing up just right then. Oh well, things happen. Can probably go ahead right now and put up the Earth Dragon Spirit. I'm not sure how long we're gonna last that way. Critical or not, it doesn't matter given that with this kind of heal as well as other things. What just happened there? Did he absorb my heal or what the heck is that? Oh well, that's fine. Let's put up the the Darkness Dragon Spirit. Okay, that is done. Not sure what happened with that heal. I'd rather not take any chance here. Yeah, there are actually a couple of choices that could actually work really well in this particular setting. Among others, you could run things like Cthulhu Adept or the Pyromancer or even the Ancient Exosuit, who are all really defensive classes, although I feel like maybe the Pyromancer isn't quite the best choice in general. So he's down to potions, which is really good for us. So we can probably just go ahead and put up the Fire Dragon Spirit and that'll be the end of that. Okay, so that's our first character. Now I'm gonna go check and get that other battle ID. Okay, so we'll keep going here against the next character, which is Despair, a time killer, also using the baby chimera here. So let's have a look at what we have here. 52 immobility resist, which we can actually bypass with our Frost Dragon Spirit. Beyond that, all resist is actually fairly low. So now he has maximum intelligence, middle of the line strength, middle of the line luck. How about that? So we can just go ahead and start with the Frost Dragon Spirit. Let our shield take place. And then go ahead into Shield Bash. Didn't work either. That's annoying. Okay, plan B, Earth Dragon Spirit. I actually feel like this is a key ability here, since you can't actually blind them fairly effectively or even stun that particular case. With the Earth Dragon Spirit we can actually lower the damage we take, so that should give us a bit of an advantage just as it is. And we can do our heal here. Two hits, mostly critical, but that doesn't matter. We still got 2 turns of these, so we'll be fine. Going to Dragon Art. Okay, pop the Darkness Dragon Spirit. Dexterity is actually rather helpful here, given my recent changes, as far as it is to actually change dots. That means that I have maximum dexterity here, which also reduces the incoming Lancing Blow damage, which I mean is supposed to be critical, I suppose. Anyhow, so Dragon Bite. Running extremely late on this. It's a little worrisome, really. It's been 2 weeks, I can barely release a video. Okay, that is done for this guy, the Time Killer. Kinda expected more of that class. Oh well. So for the next one, I'm gonna go get the ID. Okay, next one. We are starting off against Desperation, who is using the Scan Orb for his special Avatar of Time thing. And he's running 49 of immobility. Not a lot of all I resist here either, which is surprising. Their net stats are a little spread around. I never subscribed to this mentality that stats should be split. Put everything in the 2 main stats that you need and get the other stuff. There are probably some math reason for this to work, but I'm not a big fan of it. How is immobility resist? I'm not convinced. It's actually rather dangerous, but I'll do it anyway. Okay, immobility is at -1. Go ahead and Shield Bash. Resist it somehow. Go figure. We could have avoided some of that, but I was a little... how can I say? Reckless. We're gonna go with the Earth Dragon Spirit to lower our damage. That should allow us to survive the next blow. Unless I've made a complete miscalculation, which is very possible. Huh. Some of it seems to have healed me somewhat. That is surprising. Anyhow, Wind Dragon Spirit, we're back at full. If anything, it appears that I didn't really need the baby chimera, but I like having it anyway. Well now. How is that even working? I have no idea. Could be a bug? Sounds unlikely. Surprising, I thought that the level difference will actually make more... a larger difference, but doesn't seem like that's the case. So we're affected by meanwhile. We can go into Darkness Dragon Spirit. And we've resisted that immobility. Good. How did we even resist this? I have next to no immobility resistance. Only 28. That's almost nothing. What the heck is going on there? Okay. Back into potions apparently. And that's the end of that. Let's go check about the next one. Okay, sorry about that. I had to fast forward a little bit because I actually forgot about something. We're up now against Presence, who is actually a Shadow Walker of Time, running 200 intelligence, some strength, some endurance, immobility resistance about 45%, and all resist 46, which is closer to what I've come to expect. It's possible that he might have changed his gear across character. That is actually fairly likely. So, with the kind of health we have, I'm actually not that scared of the Shadow Walker of Time, given that he has, how can I say... we've actually faced him before and his abilities aren't really all that deadly. So let's try that Frost Dragon Spirit here. Again, it might work once in this thing. Although that sounds a little unlikely. We took some damage, but we seems to be fine. Running mostly similar equipment to what I am, although he seems to have those tentacles from the recent challenges. I'm a little too lazy to actually get those, so... yeah. So, okay, so this guy will be stunned. Good. We can go into Dragon Art. Of course, there's always the possibility that given that it took so long to record this, he might have to actually, you know, change his other time around. Always a possibility. Anyhow, so for that next one, might as well go to Darkness Dragon Scale. But yeah, I maintain that dexterity and the Earth Dragon Spirit are actually the way to get through these fights. Even with 46 resist, it doesn't matter. Classes that I can actually reduce those would actually be helpful. Like for instance, I don't know, running the Scanorm or whatever. Okay, about this one. I actually get to control it somewhat, so by doing that I can actually make him in his umbral form right now. That should make things difficult for him, and after that we use Shade Spike and that'd be the end of that. Very little in the way of damage, basically. Basically hit himself too. That's pretty much the same strategy as against the Avatar of Time, such as it is. Okay, so what is that thing? I forget. Must have been the crit move. And I am doomed. For how long, I have no idea. Let's hope it's not the traitor stun. Nope. No Umbra form for you. And hit yourself. Yep, sounds like this was a long one, alright. Taking some damage, but nothing that we can realistically take. Okay, that's done. So there is one last one. It's actually an entropy class. I actually thought about skipping it because we actually hadn't seen the calendar class. But given the fact that we don't see entropy very often too, we'll do this one. Okay, now for the next one. Now then, we're off against Desperation 1, who is also using a baby Chimera. Getting all of those out to be annoying. Anyhow, so 21 immobility resist all 46, maximum dexterity, and maximum endurance. That sounds a little more apropos than it is. Go with Frost Dragon Spirit. That would be his shield to increase his damage, if I'm not mistaken. Stable stance. Okay. Anyhow. Bash. Stun is there. Wonder if we can get past the 5 of those without actually having to use any mana potion of any sort. Let's try it out. Going to Darkness Dragon to improve our damage as it is. Some damage, also reduced our Darkness Resist. Affected with Infect. Going to Dragon Art. We should be able to take another turn. Not that bad. Now let's see. Don't have much that we can use, but 10% of my health at this point is almost nothing. Well, 10% of maximum health it seems. Okay, so that's it for this one. That's one more PvP trophy. Now there was another thing. There was another character that was somewhere in this list, being something of a bonus or whatever. I'm gonna try to get him in. Why not? Okay, so there we go. Last one. Up against Ascended, who is an Ascended chicken cow running the Sporkling. Resistance seems about middle of the line. The rest, maximum intelligence, a bit of luck, a bit of endurance. Nothing we haven't really seen. So let's go ahead and use the Water Dragon Spirit. We're currently in need of some healing, such as it is. Thankfully we've dodged some of that. That little thing actually reduces our damage, if I'm not mistaken. So that heal is taken care of. Let's reduce our damage somewhat. Especially if he goes, yeah, I figured that was gonna happen. That big move. And yet somehow I'm being a little healed. There's something wrong with that site, I'm positive. Ah, there we go. That's pretty much all of the big ones, so we should be fine. Go into Shield Bash. Okay, that's taken care of. Can go into Dragon Art. Wow, that's a big hit right there. I can finish him right now with Dragon Soul. Yep, that's the end of that. Okay, so we are done. About this challenge, really, what I think, well, it was nice to see some of the calendar class, although it's kind of a pain to actually have to research them. I figure the tiers as they are fine as such as they are, although I find some of them a bit overly complicated. Things like, I don't know, skipping your first turn and taking a mana potions or things like that. I don't know. I kind of prefer simplicity in this thing, which is kind of why I'm not doing things like, you know, allowing potions only against Doomknight but not against everything else, or things like that. I like to keep things simple, just as they are. Other than that, I don't really have a whole lot to say, except that I have this nagging feeling that either I have some ability that I'm not aware of, there's a bug with the site, and also the fact that I'm pretty sure he switched his equipment around, so it took too long. But yeah, I'm afraid that's going to be it for the time being, so thank you for watching everyone. If you like what you're seeing, please subscribe, please leave a comment below, and that was the Great Pumpkin. You all have a pleasant time now. Bye bye!